Well, hello, my friends. I would like to begin today by saying thank you for all of you that have sent best wishes and congratulations to us at the announcement of that my daughter had of her pregnancy, and what a shock it was to us. We've known for a month and a half now, and it's been kind of hard to keep quiet, but in honoring her wishes, we've done that. But we're so glad now that you're able to celebrate with us in that announcement. Today, I want to get back into the book of Jeremiah. Now, I want to say again that I believe there's a lot of similarities between America as a nation and Israel as a nation. And what I mean by that is God chose Israel to reveal himself through Israel to the nations around, and he used Israel in a mighty way, and he flowed in her so she could flow out, and he could flow out, and the nations around could have the knowledge of God. God has used America to reveal himself. I believe America has blessed many nations financially and missionaries. We've sent more missionaries probably than any other nation in the world, around the world, that we've sent those missionaries. And God has used America just like he used Israel back in its day. However, Israel, just as the blessings came in, it got clogged up. Israel began to look inward instead of outward, and she began to become stale and stagnant and become selfish and looking to please herself. And so it has happened with America. We looked inward, and we are a blessed nation, but we have become stagnant. That blessings now have beginning to be stopped up. You know, when a river stops flowing, it becomes stagnant. And the river flowing in, just as an individual, the river flows in and it should flow out. The blessings of God, the Holy Spirit, his presence should flow into us and it should flow out. When it stops flowing, then it becomes stagnant. That's kind of what's happened to our nation. Well, I was looking, God chose Jeremiah to be a spokesperson in those latter days before Israel went into captivity. And I believe God's calling men and women today to be a spokesperson, to be a watchman on the wall, to declare what's taking place, what's going to take place. But anyway, I was looking at Jeremiah chapter number 5, verse number 1. It says, God speaking to Jeremiah, and he says, "Run to and fro through the streets of Jerusalem. Look and take note. Search her squares to see if you can find a man one who does justice and seeks truth, that I may pardon her." God was looking for a man, looking for anybody that would just seek truth. And I believe he's looking for men and women today that would just seek truth. Well, I go over to the book of Ezekiel. Now, Ezekiel was one of the captives after Israel had been taken captive on one of the exiles. There were 3 exiles, but it was the middle one, the second one. Ezekiel was in exile. But I notice in chapter number 22, verse 30, it says this, "And I sought for a man among them who should build up the wall and stand in the breach before me for the land, that I should not destroy it. But I found none." I want to say, my friends, God is still looking for men and women that will speak the truth. There's a lot of falsities and lies and deception that's going on around us in our nation today. But we need men and women like Jeremiah that will stand up and speak the truth. There will be persecutions. There will be struggles, just like Jeremiah had struggles and persecutions. People didn't like what he said. But I want to say this, that if you will be obedient to God, if I will be obedient to God, God will stand with us. He will defend us. He will help us during these difficult times. Will you be the man or woman that God is looking for to speak the truth today? I hope so. God bless you. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.